Hey, let's talk about Marissa Mayer's Lunar Chronicles. I have fallen in love with this series. It has been absolutely fantastic. I love the mashup between the fairy tale and the sci-fi, and I just think that they are very well done and beautifully written, and I really can't wait. I really hope that they get this off the ground and made into a series of movies because I think that they will be absolutely phenomenal. All right, first let's talk about Cinder. Now, for a theatrical version of this story, I would love to see the political games focused on. Kai has to dance around not only the world leaders, but Levana, and I think that that could just add such a depth to the movie. I would also love to see the devastation that leishmaniasis has. I mean, this is a disease that leaves no one standing. It is absolutely ruthless, and I think that the despair from that can really set the stage best for the rest of the films. Another thing is cyborgs being treated as inferior citizens. I think that that aspect should definitely be looked into further, and that they should really focus on that to some extent, just to show Cinder at the point she's at. That way, further on in the series, they can show her growth from that and understand why she is the way she is because of that. And of course, we want to see the love story and the fantastic chemistry that Kai and Cinder have, and this building of their relationship and the budding of their love story. So those are just a couple things that I would really like to see in the movie. Now, for casting, I had a really hard time coming up with the actors that I would love to see because, everyone has their own vision of, what they see in their head for what these characters should look like. So I tried my best to find people that I thought would fit, for my expectations, and that won't fit for everyone's. Now, I'm only going to cast the main characters, really, Kai and Cinder, and I'll also show you my idea for Levana. So for Cinder, I chose Angelababy. She is a Chinese actress and model, and I think that she is just absolutely perfect for this role. She is half Chinese and half German, which according to Marissa Mayer's website, Cinder is part Asian and part Caucasian lunar. So I think that she would be absolutely beautiful for the part. I have not seen any of the movies that she has been in, so I don't know what her acting is like, but look-wise, I think she's pretty spot on for what Cinder would look like. For Prince Kaido, I chose Ryan Potter. You may have heard his voice. He did Hiro Hamada in the Big Hero 6 movie. And I think that he would do really well for the Prince Kai character. And I especially think that he would look absolutely fantastic working with Angelababy, and that they would make just a really, really cute couple. So I was not able to find a picture of him to use for this, so go ahead and pull up Google and see if you can find an image, and I'll just wait here quietly for a minute. Okay, I hope you found a photo of him. And yeah, I just think that he would be great for the part and that he could really pull off Kai's character well. At last, for Evil Queen Levana, I chose Gal Gadot. And, she was another really rough one to try and pick. And I chose her because, Levana has to be the most stunning person. Even though you don't really see her that much, she still has this reputation for using her glamour to be this absolutely beautiful person. And so I think that Gal Gadot fits really well for that description, and I think that she could really pull the character off well. She was in the Fast and Furious 6, and then I know she's going to be in the upcoming Batman versus Superman movie. But I really do think that she would be able to pull off the haughty, better than everyone else, yet kind of insecure, beautiful, evil Queen Lavanna. Next is Scarlet. Now, for a film version of Scarlet, I would love to, obviously see the continuation of the political games that are going on. And on top of the despair of Letimosis, start to see the despair of the war that Lavanna has started to wage with her wolf soldiers. Mostly, though, I would love to see the love story and just how that all plays out. And then another thing that I really think should be probably the most focused on would be the discovering of the past as a way to solve the future. Yet again, casting very difficult. It's really hard to find people that really live up to the imagination that I have of these characters in my head. So for the character of Scarlet, I chose Karen Gillan. Now, I chose her mainly for looks. I'm not sure if she would be able to change from a Scottish accent to a French accent. I don't know. She may have that ability. But mainly I chose her for looks. I'm not really sure. If you guys have any other people in mind, leave a comment with who you think might make a good Scarlet, and we'll see what other ideas are out there. But for now, I think that, at least look-wise, she would be able to pull off the Scarlet character. For Wolf's character, I chose Tyler Hoechlin, and I think that he fits really well with the character description that Marissa Mayer has, and that he also has that intensity that Wolf's character has. Now, he has done Teen Wolf, so he has some wolf-like experience already, so I think that he would be a really good choice to play Wolf and, be able to do it well. Onward to Cress. Now, for Cress, in the theatrical version, I would love, obviously, to continue seeing the love stories that are developing. And then also, Cress's rescue is a major part. And then, the kidnapping action for Kai is, going to be wonderful. But the main thing that I think Cress should focus on would be the plight of shells and their families. The kind of heartache that happens whenever the shells are torn apart from their families, and then shells themselves, they have basically a similar problem to cyborgs, that they are treated as inferior, only in this case, I think they tend to be treated much worse. So I think that that's definitely something that would need to be shown more in depth, just so you really get the feeling of this story. For the character of Cress, I chose Anna Sophia Robb. We know that Cress is supposed to be a very petite, blonde, shy genius of a girl, and I just think that Anna Sophia Robb definitely has that look about her, and that she should be able to pull it off well. Now, I know that Carswell Thorne's character appears earlier in the series, but I wanted to wait and put him with Anna Sophia Robb as my Cress character choice. And for Carswell Thorne, I chose Alex Pettyfer. I think that he would be able to pull off, both that narcissist Carswell Thorne as well as, the tender Thorne and the brave Thorne that tends to come out, not just the in it for himself Thorne. So I think that he definitely has the look that would be able to pull that character off. Last but not least, we have Winter. Now, for Winter, I would love to see, just the love conquering, the love that Cinder has for the people that she sees in distress, even though she doesn't really know them. You have the love of, Cress and Thorne that's coming out, the love of Jason for Winter, just all of that. And I would love to see that, of course. Also, just the desperation of those outer reaches on Luna, and be able to see, the falseness of Levana and all of her little flunkies, and how, they live in this glamored luxury whenever the outer reaches are struggling so much. And along with that, see the political games that Levana has when she's on her own turf, and, just the overall overthrow of Levana. And I think that it is a fantastic story. I really, really can't wait to see it made. So now for my cast for Winter. Yet again, difficult choices, but here we go. So yet again, I had to find another beautiful character for Winter, and I chose Layla Lopez. I think that she is absolutely gorgeous. I think that look-wise, she definitely has all it takes to be Winter. I'm not sure, about acting, but just based upon the description of Winter, curl her hair, and I think that she would make an absolutely gorgeous Princess Winter. I was also unable to find a picture for who I wanted to play Jason, but for Jason I decided Drew Van Acker had a very good look. He had that strong jaw, and you can go ahead and pull up Google and look up his name and look at the images. He does have some where he has longer blonde hair, and I think that he would be able to pull off, that strong soldier face Jason, but then also be able to soften to the Jason that Winter knows. So I think that he would also be able to pull that off very, very well, and is pretty close to, what I envisioned him as. So that is the end of my cast list and my wants for the Lunar Chronicles. I hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to comment and let me know your ideas. Thanks.